woke up and decided, my brain said, let's not go to work. It's Saturday, let's take the day off. And my body agreed. My body definitely agreed with my brain. And I planned on staying home. I don't know. Maybe I thought that I was going to take the day off or something like that today because they got me working Labor Day, and I tried to protest, and I'm not quitting. So I haven't gotten another job, and I'm not quitting. So I gotta basically just fall in line, be worthless. They don't respect me. They don't care about me. They don't even care that I get the work done. That's the thing about it is, like, here they are. They would punish me in a heartbeat. They would punish me in a heartbeat. They would punish me. They would take my money away without even a question. But the truth of the matter is that they don't care. They really don't. It only seems like they care because it's how it affects me. Because they would take my money away. They would take the money away from me, even if I didn't show up. Even if I did show up, it doesn't matter. They don't care. It's not. I used to think that they were being malicious about it, but the truth of the matter is they're apathetic. It's worse. This is one thing, and this is what I wanted to talk about today, because of how this morning went. I was mercilessly bullied. I mean, I have scars. It was never ending. And I have to tell you, I really did sit there. Wow, the sun is. I used to stay at home, crying, and wishing that it would end. And you know what? Wishing that it would end never helped. It was never going to end on its own. So I took measures. I took steps into my own hand, and unlike it's one of the reasons why, like, I understand why school shootings happen. I am not saying that it's the right solution. In fact, I'm saying it's the wrong solution, but I'm saying it's their solution, and I understand why it's their solution. And it's a take the power back maneuver. The reports of me being bullied were widespread. Everybody knew it. Everybody. They didn't really ignore it, but it was part of, like, if I've heard boys will be boys. I heard that was like the most common excuse for why I was being treated the way I was being treated. I wasn't one of the boys will be boys. I was the victim of it. That makes sense. Like, I don't know what that's like to be excused for bad behavior. My bad behavior has never been excused. Ever. I have either punished myself for it. It's one of the things, like, when I went to AA, that they were talking about making amends. Making amends wherever possible. if I had a chance to do it over, I probably would. I would just do it better and not get caught. Wow, this is really, what is going on here? Everything seems to be falling apart. So, yeah, I took matters into my own hand. And what I did was, I don't want to give Bill Cosby any of the credit for this, but it was him. He's the one who put the word in my brain. Spanish fly. I took sugar supplements, which are known as equal tablets, which you put 2 of them in your coffee or tea or something like that. And I disguised them as, well, I just called them Spanish flies. So basically I became a drug pusher. It went on for a little while. It went on so long that I ran out of equal tablets. I thought when it started that it was going to basically blow up, that the bullies, the people who bullied me, were going to get caught, they were going to get suspended, their lives were going to be ruined, and I was not going to feel any of the effects. Because why would they rat me out? Yeah, honor among thieves type of bullshit going on there. Why would they rat out their supplier? Oh, they rat me out. They ratted me out. In turn for their giving up the bigger fish, which was me. Nobody got punished but me. I'm the only one who got punished. And the stigma of being a drug pusher carried with me through high school. What few friends I did have, I lost. What I thought, I didn't get picked on anymore. But what I thought I wanted, you know, it's like the be careful what you wish for, which was to not be picked on anymore. This was much worse. This was exile. I was a freaking pariah throughout high school. I mean, it carried with me throughout high school. I was some secret joke that people whispered and had a good laugh about, and I was still there. I do not have any childhood friends because of that. The person who I was closest to during that time, who was my friend, later came out as gay. Later, like, all these things happened, and I was just like going, I missed it. I missed protecting him. I missed all the things. I missed being there for him no matter what. I didn't have that. I was completely excommunicated from my peers. I basically lived a separate life. I ate alone at lunch. I talked comic books with the burnouts. And then later they all graduated, and in my freshman and sophomore years, I used to hang out with the burnouts, the seniors and the juniors and seniors, on the smoking patio, and I'd talk comic books with them because I had nobody else to talk comic books with, and they could care fucking less. I did practice joke telling. That's about it. That was my entire. I didn't get invited to parties. I didn't get invited to hang out with people. I have 4 brothers, and out of my 4 brothers, none of them wanted to even be near me. It's like I wasn't even their brother. I had nothing. I don't know if it's worse. I don't know how long I could have sustained my hatred for the bullies. Before I snapped, because I have to admit I was on the verge of snapping. But I have to admit this was worse. This was worse, and I felt like I did it to myself and I deserved it. When that happened, I have to admit it has, even to today, my relationship with people online, my real relationships, my relationship with my biological family, and even my relationship with my chosen family. It's not. I used to say that I put up walls because I was really into Pink Floyd, The Wall, but the truth of the matter is it wasn't a wall. I just kept everybody at a distance. I didn't want them to know who I was, and I didn't want to know who they were. Single-serving friends is exactly that is exactly how I feel about the whole thing. That whatever the single serving is, be it sugar, be it cream, be it jelly, it's packaged really cute. I use it for whatever I was going to use it for, and then I discard it. like I never had it. I don't even think about it. And sometimes I use multiple. Like 2 or 3 packets of sugar. 2 or 3 single serving things at a time. And then once it's over, discard it and start over again. I used to think that I was the single server. That people were discarding me. It's the reason why the Spinell song from Steven Universe hits me so hard. It's why it's difficult for me to sing it. It's even difficult for me to talk about it. Because that's what it felt like growing up. And that's what I feel like when I have ideas and things like that and I want to explore them. And everybody's like going, no, we're doing something else. We're going, you just wait. You just wait. Like, your turn's going to happen. Q, your turn's going to happen soon. Don't worry. You just wait. And I'm waiting. There's a reason why I put a year cap on things. There's a reason why I broke the year cap for streaming. But the reason that I put a year cap on things is because in the end, all I'm doing is waiting. I'm waiting for things to happen. And they never do. I used to go to conventions, and I have to admit, I went to these conventions not because I was interested in the things, but I was trying to find my people like me, and I never did. And I was thinking, like, the nerds gotta be where it's at, because that's how I'm thinking of. I love Star Wars, I love Star Trek, I love, creating things and building things and all this stuff. There's gotta be, I love comic books, I love all this stuff. Where are these people? And so I used to go to these conventions all the time. I got into 40K because of it. Warhammer 40K because of it. I built my models. I did the whole thing. I did everything I was supposed to do. And then I would go to these conventions. And then I would ask people if they wanted to play. And nobody wanted to play. Then I would say, let's do that. No, we don't want to do that. We're going to play D&D instead. We're going to play Rollmaster instead. We're going to play something else instead. And yes, you're invited to join. But obviously you're not having any fun. Why are you still here? But wait, we'll get to yours. So just play with us for a bit, and then we'll get to your thing. Year. Especially once they say, wait. I quit 40K once it just became apparent that I don't even want to, I'm not even having any fun playing anymore. All I'm watching is people like not even, oh, you can't do that, oh, you can't do this, no. I'm just gonna go win, and while I'm winning, you get to take it and enjoy it. And isn't this fun? Because you're an orc player, and orcs don't mind losing. We're just gonna win, because we're going to defeat the orcs. That's really what it turned into. Before I got back into it, they released what's known as 8th edition. They didn't release the orcs yet. And they promised it was an orc coming and everything like that. And I hooked up with a few people who were basically really into orcs, and it was really cool to have them into orcs, and they really weren't, but I pretended, and they're really into other factions, but because it was the orc hype, let's continue with the orc hype. I mean, and just so you know, because of this is how I found Project Melody. I know it seems really bizarro that, but that's how I found Project Melody, and she was into orcs for some reason, so I thought she was just another orc player. I didn't know what VTubers were. I didn't even care at the time. I just was interested in people who played, played 40K, played orcs, or who played just Warhammer and played the orc faction, the orc goblin faction, or people who played some other game and liked the orcs, or somebody who liked goblins, or whatever they liked. That was what I liked. And so that tells you how I got into VTubing is because of Warhammer 40K. So I was like, oh, you know what would be really great is if we played Gorka Morka. And everybody said, oh yeah, Gorka Morka, that's so much fun. But it's not built for 8th edition. Q, it's not built for 8th edition. You can't do that. We're gonna just play by the game's rules and everything like that. I was like, really? I said, you know what if I Built it for 8th edition? They said, if you built it for 8th edition, we'll play it. So I sat down, I built an 8th edition Gorka Morka. I built the Gorka Morka so that you didn't have to be an orc player. So I can be all inclusive and allow people to bring whatever they wanted to the game. And I created an entirely different game that wasn't Gorka Morka anymore because they said that I needed to do it. And I said, hey, when can we do this? And they were like, oh, we didn't realize you were going to do that. Yeah, we'll do that soon. Let's just play this thing. We're getting ready for tournaments. We need you to help us, build our armies. So, get your thing, and we need your toughest team. I was like, okay, I'll do that. I'll do that. And I played game after game after game, helping them tweak their armies for tournaments. And I was like, yeah, we're gonna do this, and this is gonna happen. Just wait. Q, just wait. We're gonna get to you. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna set aside a date. Like next week, maybe? They're like, ooh, next week's not good. How about 2 weeks from now? I was like, perfect, 2 weeks. I was like going, is a Tuesday good for everybody? Is a Tuesday after 5 o'clock good for everybody? And we'll do it for 2 hours? They said, yeah, that'll work, because that doesn't conflict with all of our other gaming. I was like, really? Okay. Yeah, so I picked a day that nobody else was playing there. They all said, we're going to be there. And I said, great. I said, I'll bring everything. I can show you how to play this game. And I said, and it's just like 8th edition, so you have most of the rules. I just mixed in a lot of Gorka Morka stuff. So I went down to the gaming shop. Had my reserve table, sat at my reserve table. I unloaded. I brought in a lot of stuff. I unloaded it all, put it all out. I was setting it all up, everything like that. And I gave myself a quick practice so that I knew, I knew when people started arriving. I got there early, so it's okay. I gave myself a quick practice so that I knew that when people people started arriving, we could just get right into it. And I'll set aside, there, and I'll give them a quick. I've created a quick army. So that they don't even have to think about how to build this thing. But if I have a cheat sheet for all the other factions, so if they want to convert them in, they can get a quick thing in, because it's only 300 points. So they can get a quick army in, so they can do like a squad. And it's just like the death squad thing that they were doing anyways. We were playing, and I'll have this. Yeah, we just did a tournament of that. Yeah, this is gonna be great. And so I did my practice run, and got some snacks, got a drink, sat down, and I said, it's right on time. People run late. It's fine. I can just sit here and wait, and then they'll all come flooding in, and I'll be overwhelmed, and this will be whatever it's going to be. Half hour passed. I was like, well, one person should have, I would love to show one person this game. No. An hour passed, and I was like, so I went to the front desk, and I was like, where is everybody? They said that they were at a tournament today. I didn't realize there was a tournament. Yeah, it came up last week. Just got assigned. It was kind of like a makeshift tournament that people who were doing the big. I forgot what Games Workshop has, but they have an authorized tournament that's played here in the United States, and it's state every state has their own. They pick their best players from every state, and then those players actually go into doing whatever. And so they have to run all of these small tournaments, and they have to basically pretty much get the best from each shop, and then put the shops against each other. And do a round robin tournament. It's a pretty big deal, and it's self-sanctioned and everything like that. And I had no interest in doing any of that, and I could care fucking less. I hate Games Workshop. I think that they run the business pretty shitty, so it doesn't really fucking matter to me. But the thing is that if this came up, they should have told me that nobody was going to be there. So Tuesday happened and went. I stayed there for almost 2 hours, almost the full time that I reserved. The thing. I left a couple minutes, or I think it was 15 minutes before my time was up. I left, and because I knew that 15 minutes, I couldn't even set up a game in 15 minutes. So if somebody literally walked in the door right then, I couldn't even have the game played. So the next day was regular game night. I showed up, and they was going, yeah, we did this great thing, and everybody was talking about how great the tournament was and how nobody qualified. And I said, that we were supposed to do a Gorka Morka. I started calling it Desolation. I said, we were supposed to do Desolation yesterday. And they were going, yeah, but this is important. I was like, and you didn't even tell me about it? I mean, we could have rescheduled. Next Tuesday. And I said, is there more tournaments next Tuesday? And they said, well, yeah. And I was going, why would we do that? The Gorka Morka game was my this is how I continue to play game. I was not going to continue to play without Gorka Morka. I told them this. I told them why. I told them what it meant to me. And the truth of the matter is that I felt like they didn't even care. Following Project Melody led to this, led to me reactivating a 7-year-old account that was supposed to be a talk show, that was supposed to basically be more of a behind the scenes for the bigger show, and that I was supposed to be a part of, and never came to fruition because of infighting and people being stupid. And this is where we are today. I gave the same ultimatum. I had goals to meet in my 1 year. There's a reason why I'm still harping on the 100 subscribers, because that was a goal. That was a requirement to be met before the year was out that I didn't even come close to. And that's why I'm a freaking stickler about it. That's why it matters to me. That's why I don't just give it up and, do this. Just stream. I'm not okay. I have to admit, I'm not okay. I'm not okay with the treatment. There's a few things inside the community that I don't like at all. And I feel like I'm still pushing myself to do this. Because I have days like yesterday where people are just so awesome and so giving of their time that I just want to give of my time to them. But for the most part, it's like how I woke up this morning. I don't want this to be a job. I don't want this to be this job that I'm going to right now. I don't want it to be that. It is slowly becoming that. My need for money and things like that are great. The need for money and things like that from other streamers is even greater, it seems. Nobody cares about their fucking content anymore. Nobody cares. It just doesn't even seem to be part of the landscape. The art is not there. Maybe like this. And I want to bring it back. And when I'm talking about art, I'm not talking about drawing. I think that's where people, when I claim myself as an artist, I think that's where people get confused. Because I do draw, they think, oh, he's an artist and he's an artist like that. Alright, let's get this day over with. I'm here late. I had a really weird day. But I got a 1 o'clock collab, and I gotta pump myself up for that. Well, this job basically sucks my soul out for the next 6 hours. Alright? You guys take care. And yeah, I'm not even gonna say about making the comment. You're gonna make the comment, and you're not gonna make the comment, and like me begging for it's not gonna. Me begging for it doesn't change anything because nobody watches these videos to this point anyway. So as always, cool beans. All right, take care.